This morning, I tried a brand new experiment. You know, it's hard for young couples to understand that marriage is a lifetime commitment. Today's couple was so wrapped up in their physical appearance that I arranged to have Hollywood makeup artists show them what they will look like as they grow old together. It was fascinating.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Gabrielle Stokes and Donovan Asher. The two of you are engaged after 7 years of dating. Typically, I do what is called before your vows because I want to get people before they make a mistake and tell them if they're about to make a mistake. But today, I'm going to jack it up one level, and I'm going to call this Face Your Future. I'm going to have you talk about what you want now, what you think is important, and then I'm going to show you what you're going to look like in 20, 30 years and see if it still is interesting. So, Ms. Stokes, you say you two finally got engaged after a better be proposal. Now, why don't you tell me what a better be proposal is?
Okay, so we met a while ago, and it was at a pool party in Beverly Hills, and it was my pool party. So we were both very popular, and most of the guys that were there for me, and the girls that were there flung to him or whatever. But when we made eye contact, we basically hit it off.
Based on eye contact, it was like, kapow.
Yes. I mean, you know, physical attraction too.
Right.
So, you know, we hit it off from there, and it had been some years. Of course, some stuff did happen in between time.
My understanding is that you've dated some guys during that time, and they've all had money, and you're used to guys giving you money.
Yeah, I guess you can say that started from, you know, childhood. I was always given stuff by my father, and very spoiled, his very spoiled daughter. And then when we broke up, you know, I was dating other people, and, you know, the guys would try to outdate each other. So, you know,
So what were they doing?
You know, buying me gifts, diamonds, bags, and if one other guy found out that someone else bought me something, then the other guy would try to get something better.
I'll do it. Mr. Asher, did you know all that was going on?
I didn't know, but at the end of the day, it wasn't really me to compete. I mean, it's just if you gonna mess with me, you're gonna mess with me for who I am, and
You gonna mess with me? You gonna mess with me for who I am? I like that.
You know, I feel like that's all material. You know, like if that's what you want, then that's what you want. But
Now, Mr. Asher, I understand that Ms. Stokes wants to get married. As a matter of fact, she said in her papers, I just loved your papers, by the way. She said that she had a plan to be married by 24, and you weren't ready, so you were all behind and needed to catch up. Were you aware that you were behind and needed to catch up?
I feel like I wasn't behind. I feel like I was ahead. I felt like she was trying to move too fast because, you know, all the reality TV shows she would watch, you know, it was instilled in her head that she had to be doing this and doing that. And then she had her friends in her ear, you know, telling her, oh, you guys been together for so long, but then, you know, what's going to happen? Like, he should get you this ring. It's like, you know, I feel like it was a lot of stuff going on that was, you know, egging her on to make her come at me. And I'm like, I just see through that, you know?
Let me get your take on that.
When we first met, I wasn't ready to be in a relationship. So he eventually gave me an ultimatum. He called me up one day and said, hey, either you're going to be with me or not. And I was like, oh.
Yeah,
we were on the phone, and I was
Did
like,
you do that?
Yeah. I mean, because at the end of the day, it's like, why beat around the bush? It's like, if I'm gonna mess with you, I'm gonna mess with you. If not,
no.
Like, why keep playing cat and mouse? You know, like, I'm not about to keep chasing you. Like, you know, I got other women I can go see as well.
Did you feel like she was trying to get you to chase you and comparing you to these other guys that she was with?
I'm not sure what it was. I mean, at the end of the day, I just kind of seen like, you know, well, we clicked.
Bottom line is, he gave me an ultimatum.
I feel like we clicked,
and I had to make a decision. I had to cut everyone off, basically on that 5-10 minute phone call. He was like, either now or I'm not gonna call you back, and we're not gonna be friends. So I made the decision. We were together, and at first it was not really balanced in my end, but you know.
When you say not balanced on your end, what do you mean?
Well, because he liked me more than I liked him at that time.
Oh.
But when we got together, I fell in love. And, you know, we were together for 5 years after that. So it was more than enough time.
I got you. So you made a call, gave her an ultimatum, like, baby, you gonna mess with me right now. Okay? And she did.
Yeah.
And she fell in love. Then 5 years go by, and she's decided it's time to get married, but you're not quite there. Why weren't you, or why aren't you quite there?
We got together when we were 21. You know, so 3 years
And we're
after
27,
21, it's like, you know, what are you really ready for? You know, who gets married at 24, 25, you know?
A lot of people, and they come right in here.
And they, exactly. So, you know, I'm not trying to rush in. I'm not trying to rush into something.
But yet he wanted me to move in. He wanted to do the things that married people do.
I didn't necessarily want you to move
but didn't
in.
Expect,
I just wanted...
Hang on.
But didn't expect to move forward with the proposal. So I'm...
Mr. Asher, did you want her to move in?
No, not right away.
But eventually you wanted her to move in.
Eventually, yeah. But I mean, at the time, I just wanted to make it seem like, you know, we were more than just, you know,
just going
a phone
steady.
call and just going steady. You know, like what are we really, you know, if we don't have anything? So it's kind of like...
you two seem like reasonable people. On one level, you're a little more reasonable than she is, but
a little bit more lazy too.
What? See there? Listen, marriage done correctly lasts a long time.
Right.
And I want to make sure that the reasons, especially you get into them, you're ready for that long ride. So I'm going to do a little social experiment here. I'm going to have 2 professional makeup artists age you people. Because it's easy to take it from a pretty woman, but once everything starts to shift and move, it may change your mind a little bit. So I'm going to have you go off, get aged a little bit, and we're going to come back and see if the love is still there. So we ready to see him?
Ready if you are.
Bring him on in. Are people around you tearing your relationship apart? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. So, Joe, I understand that the makeup artists have taken care of Ms. Stokes and Mr. Asher.
Yep.
So, we ready to see them?
Ready if you are.
Bring them on in.
Mr. Asher, come on down. Over here.
So how you doing, Mr. Asher?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. I understand you haven't seen yourself yet.
No, I haven't.
Oh! You got something delightful in store for you. Would you like to see Ms. Stokes?
Yes.
Joe, could you bring in Ms. Stokes?
Ms. Stokes?
Come on in. Come on back to you.
Oh, wow.
Till death do you part. And this is part of that. So I know you've now seen one another. Does love remain through that change? Mr. Asher. It was a long pause. Ms. Stokes, does love remain through that change? Well, how about this? Let me allow you two to see yourselves, because you haven't. You've seen each other, but not yourselves. Take a look in the mirror. Now, Mr. Asher.
my God.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
What happened?
So I know y'all gonna go home, buy some cream and anti-aging pills and start taking
I'm
some
about to go to the bar looking
antioxidants.
like this. Yeah.
Now that you're here, Miss Stokes, I want you to give me the 90-second sales job on why Mr. Asher is the man for you forever and always, till death do you part. Look at him and talk. Just say.
I love him because he's supportive and loyal and reliable. And he has a sound mind when I don't, sometimes. So that's
So
a lot
you're a
of reasons.
steady Freddy, is what she's saying. You know, she can count on you when she gets crazy. That's a C- at best, and I'm being kind on that one. Mr. Asher,
Sound
why
like
don't
I'm a
you
Honda
tell me
Accord.
why Miss Stokes is the woman for you, for always, forever, until death do you part?
I love her because she's down to earth. She is very supportive. She makes me do better. I feel because the chemistry we have between each other is real. We're friends first. You know, there's no dull moment. And I feel like the awkward silence, if we do have it, it's not awkward, it's understandable. And I love the fact, the way she's supportive and caring. And yeah, that's why I love her, pretty much, sums it up.
He didn't do too bad. He did better than you.
Yeah, he did.
Which he really did, but I made you go first, so that's always a deficit, so we're gonna keep that in mind. Are you shocked by what you've seen?
Yes.
Yes. Could you love that face?
Of course.
Of course. Could you love that face?
I could deal with it. Yeah.
If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. So now that we've, well, first of all, let me talk about this for a minute. Are you shocked by what you've seen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Could you love that face?
Of course.
Of course. Could you love that face?
I could deal with it, yeah.
Listen, now that, and it was fun to do, to take a look at what you might look like tomorrow. And it reinforces the need for today to be very solid, sound, and secure, because tomorrow could show up like this. So I'm going to pull you out of your future tense, put you back into present tense, and refocus on our compatibility tests. I asked each of you if there was one thing you could change about your intended, what would it be? Ms. Stokes, do you know what Mr. Asher said?
No.
Guess. One thing you think he's sick of you doing. What would it be?
Probably being overly social.
That's part of it. He says he wants you to get a chill button.
Oh.
That you're high maintenance, that you're always over the top, on it, winding around. Did I get it? Is
Pretty
that
much
it? It's
sums it
constant
up.
all the
Yeah.
time, and she wants you to chill. Now, I think you enjoy that a little bit, don't you?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, but she takes
That's why I wish I had the button.
the button so you can turn her on and off
Exactly.
when she goes too far. Mr. Asher, do you know what she said she wanted to change about you?
No, I don't.
Basically, she wants you to make more money so you can give her more stuff. That's what you said.
No. No way.
If you could change one thing about your intended, what would it be? Response in your handwriting: to be more motivated to allow for me to have more. That means make more money so I could get more stuff.
Well,
And tellingly,
like a taker,
your
right?
favorite song was Crazy in Love by Jay-Z and Beyonce. You want to have the high life. You want to be banging and blinging. Like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Other than that, you know, you sounded like fairly reasonable people. What's giving you pause right now, Mr. Asher? Why not walk down the aisle tomorrow?
I feel like there's still more to grow and learn from each other. I think Sheila needs to, or we both need to learn each other more and accept each other for who we are.
And how long you been together?
It's, going on 7 years.
You ain't figured that out yet?
I mean, I pretty much figured it out.
That's why I'm
Yeah.
confused about the statement.
I pretty much figured it out. I mean, it still happens. Like a little
I
temper
think
tantrums.
we're polar opposites in some ways.
Uh-huh.
So I think that there's always going to be something that we don't necessarily agree with. I think that we know each other
Gotcha.
enough.
But
yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Hot
I got
and
you.
cold.
Hot and cold. I got it.
Yeah.
In divorce court, people tell me the most intimate details of their lives. Join the conversation and share your experience on our Twitter page @Divorce Court and on our Facebook page. See how fans deal with their own relationships. The discussion can get heated. Don't miss it. I think I know what's up with both of you, and I'm gonna tell you what it is. 7 years is sufficient time to figure out who's who, what's what, and where you're going. You're just unsure. Men tend to, you know what I mean? We're looking to nest and get that ring on, and men are just a little more unsure about it. You're never gonna meet a person. You're never gonna be a person who is completely who and what you want to be at all times. What you need is a person who, even when they're doing things that aren't what you would do or aren't how you would like them, it's still okay. My husband is like, no matter how much you shake him, you can't rattle his cage. He's just cool. You know, I mean, he never moves. He's glacial. And I'm like a firecracker. I got a ping pong ball bouncing off all of the walls and all of that stuff. I know it drives him crazy, and I know the fact that he's like that drives me a little crazy. But the best thing about that is it motivates one another. I wouldn't have been a judge if it wasn't for him, because he was the one pushing and pushing and pushing. One more house, baby. Knock on one more door. Knock on one more door. And we weren't speaking by the time the campaign was over. But I will tell you this, I won by 6 votes. So every time he said one more door, I owe him for making me a judge. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So don't wait till she's how perfectly you want her to be. Enjoy her differences. Enjoy what she's bringing to the table. Enjoy that perkiness. Enjoy that attitude, because it's a wonderful thing. And don't be worried about, is she I'm never going to have another woman and all that kind of stuff. You got to sit down at some point, my man. You might as well sit down with her, because one day, y'all both going to look like this.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Be together and love each other. I'm giving you your marriage license because I think you're a wonderful couple.
Thank you.
This matter is adjourned.
Open it up for me.
I think what this case teaches us is that you'll never find the perfect person, but the hope is that you'll find a person whose imperfections make them the perfect person for you.